Imagine for a moment a life that was never truly your own. A journey where every step, every choice, every flicker of emotion was observed, analyzed, and subtly steered from the very beginning. This isn't just a philosophical musing, it's the chilling reality of Ben Solo, a truth revealed not on screen, but within the pages of the novelization for The Force Awakens. It paints a picture far more tragic than we initially understood, a tale of a soul claimed long before it could even utter its first cry. From the moment of his birth, Ben Solo was under surveillance, not by well-meaning parents or watchful protectors, but by a sinister entity, the mysterious supreme leader Snoke. This revelation, deep within the expanded lore, casts a dark shadow over everything we thought we knew about Kylo Ren's fall. It tells us that Ben Solo was never genuinely free. His entire existence, from the cradle, was a battleground for a war he didn't even know was being fought for his very soul. From the moment of his birth, Ben Solo was under surveillance, not by well-meaning parents or watchful protectors, but by a sinister entity, the mysterious supreme leader Snoke. This revelation, deep within the expanded lore, casts a dark shadow over everything we thought we knew about Kylo Ren's fall. It tells us that Ben Solo was never genuinely free. His entire existence, from the cradle, was a battleground for a war he didn't even know was being fought for his very soul. Snoke, as the novelization clarifies, possessed an unervingly profound understanding of the Force. He sensed in young Ben Solo something unique, something he referred to as a confluence of light and dark. This wasn't merely a child with strong Force potential. Ben was, in Snoke's eyes, a rare and perfect vessel, a focal point in the Force where the cosmic energies of opposing sides converged. And to Snoke, Ben was not a person to be nurtured or guided, but a tool, a weapon to be forged. This isn't the story of a young man making a series of bad choices and succumbing to temptation, as we might have initially perceived. It's the harrowing account of a lifelong manipulation, an insidious grooming that began at the most vulnerable stage of life. Picture a young Ben Solo, perhaps dreaming, perhaps simply playing, unaware that his every nascent emotion, every developing thought was being cataloged and assessed by an ancient evil. Snoke wasn't waiting for Ben to grow up to make an offer. He was shaping Ben into the kind of being who would inevitably accept. How does such long-term manipulation manifest? It wouldn't be overt. It would be a whisper in a dream, a persistent unsettling feeling, a subtle encouragement of doubt or resentment. Imagine the subtle ways Snoke could have exploited Ben's natural anxieties. The pressure of his legendary lineage, the shadow of Darth Vader, the immense expectations placed upon him as the child of heroes. Perhaps he amplified Ben's feelings of inadequacy compared to his revered parents, or subtly twisted his yearning for power and belonging into a hunger for control and destruction. This wasn't a sudden fall from grace, but a slow, agonizing slide orchestrated by a master puppeteer. Every emotional bruise, every moment of confusion, every instance of youthful rebellion Ben experienced could have been a deliberate push from Snoke, guiding him further down a predetermined path. Luke Skywalker's attempt to train Ben, though well-intentioned, might have even been perceived by Snoke as another opportunity to sow seeds of discord, to exploit Ben's inevitable insecurities and the pressure of such a powerful mentor. It becomes clear that Snoke wasn't just observing, he was actively cultivating the environment for Ben's eventual turn to the dark side. He was fostering the very ground from which Kylo Ren would one day emerge. This long game, this deep-seated claim on Ben Solo's soul, makes his story immeasurably more tragic. It strips away the illusion of choice, revealing a destiny that was in essence stolen from him before he could ever truly understand what it meant to choose. Kylo Ren wasn't the culmination of Ben Solo's free will. He was the perfected instrument, the weapon Snoke had spent decades meticulously crafting. The Ben Solo we glimpse in the sequels, grappling with internal conflict, desperately trying to define himself, was battling not just his current choices, but a lifetime of insidious programming. He was a prize in a cosmic game played by ancient, powerful forces, and his entire life was merely a move on their board. Ultimately, The Force Awakens novelization adds a profound layer of sorrow to Ben Solo's journey. It reveals a character who was never truly given the chance to simply be. He was born not as a child with boundless potential for good or ill, but as a preordained instrument, his spirit a battleground from day one. It's a reminder of the insidious nature of true evil, which doesn't just corrupt, but claims and reshapes from the very inception of a being. Ben Solo's tragedy in this light is not just his fall, but the devastating fact that he was never truly allowed to stand on his own. What are your thoughts on this revelation? Does understanding Snoke's lifelong manipulation change how you view Kylo Ren's journey, his choices, and ultimately his redemption? Share your perspectives in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this deeper insight resonates with you. And if you found this exploration thought-provoking, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more journeys into the heart of Star Wars lore.